can't even see my face. I'm gonna hold this. Hello. This is bad for my eyesight. Today we're doing Beaconsfield. It's facts in the dark. Alright, Beaconsfield, Tasmania is home to one of the biggest mines in Australia, the Beaconsfield mine. Big shocker of its name there. During its time in action, the mine produced 1.95 million ounces of gold, which is 60.9 US tons or 55.29 metric tons, which are apparently different. Why, America? Why? The first finding of gold was in 1847, which never resulted in a gold rush because people seemed far more interested in Victoria at the time. In 1877, brothers William and David Daly found what was known as a gold reef, quotation marks, you probably can't see them, at a place called Cabbage Tree Hill. They sold the claim to William D. Grubb and William Hart for £15,000. Nice. In 1879, 3 shafts were sunk, creating access to the gold reef. These shafts were named the Hart Shaft, the Main Shaft, and the Grubb Shaft. In 1880, the Bruin water wheel began operating, and in just 1 year it had become the richest mine in Tasmania. By the turn of the century, the mine had a little over 50 companies working in the fields. In 1903, the water in the mine was beginning to become an issue, and as a result, the Tasmanian Gold Mining Company, which is its name, built a boiler-driven pumping station to flush out the mines. This pump was known as the Grubb Shaft Engine House and is now the Beaconsfield Mine and Heritage Centre, which I've been to. If you've watched some of my old videos, there's a map in the background of the Beaconsfield Mine. Anyways, in 1914, the mine shut down due to the ongoing problem with flooding. In 1999, the mines were reopened. And then we go to 2006, which is the bit that everyone knows and everyone remembers, and anytime anyone discusses the Beaconsfield mine, they always talk about this bit in 2006. On the 25th of April 2006, an earthquake caused a collapse that killed a miner by the name of Larry Knight and trapped 2 others, Brant Webb and Todd Russell, about a kilometre underground. The earthquake rated approximately 2.9 on the Richter scale, which is just enough to be felt above ground but doesn't really cause damage to buildings, which is good to know. The men were trapped in the cage of a vehicle with a floor space of 1.5 cubic meters, and everyone else got out of the mine safely. The men were trapped for 15 days, food being delivered to them in plastic drinking bottles through a PVC pipe that had been drilled in the rock. The men also received such items as a digital camera and musical devices. There are so many spelling errors in this. One could have assumed that would be an MP3 player, along with blankets, glow sticks. For 8 days, the men's only connection to the outside world was the pipe. The use of music is so that they don't go cave insane down there, which is good to know, and it's the same idea that I watched Voltron recently, and then so that you don't go space crazy, just to keep doing things. Alright. Rescuers tried to get them out as fast as possible, but with the instability of the mine, there was massive fear of further rock slides. Australia spent 2 weeks on the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating the broadcast of the 2 men's successful rescue. And then in the early hours of May the 9th, Australia again tuned in for the live rescue of the miners. They waited for them to emerge from the mine into the awaiting faces of the people of Tasmania, and even those who weren't in Tasmania, because it was broadcast on Channel 7 News, I think. Again, if you go to the Heritage Centre, you can watch the broadcast there. In 2012, the mine officially closed for good, but yeah, they have the Heritage Centre set up now. And the Heritage Centre shouldn't be set up because the mine is still collapsing in on itself. And yeah, I went to see it last year. Oh yeah, like a little over a year ago now. And it's mad cool. But you can go up to a viewing platform to actually look at the mine itself. And a lot of the ground is concaved in because the mine's collapsing in on itself. And eventually they're going to have to close that whole area. And so eventually the heritage site will have to close down too, which is cool. Right. This has been Facts in the Dark. My hair is a mess.